Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen news. We're in the middle of the 2952 Intergalactic Aerospace Expo, that giant ship expo. The Medical Pisces, the C8R, has just been released, and we've had an FAQ on that ship as well now, but there are more ships still to come, and RSI will be unveiling something on Saturday as well. Also, Star Citizen is having the most amazing year of funding it's ever had, and we'll go over all that and what's going on this week too. Let's start quickly with what's going on for the rest of this week in Star Citizen. A Star Citizen community questions sort of post came out from the lore team going over a load of stuff, and we'll have a video on that up very soon. But there were some solid questions this time with things like, why are both Pyro and Lorville's rework moving so far away from the established lore? But yeah, some very interesting questions there for the lore team. Later Wednesday we'll have the latest roadmap update. We'll hopefully see if 3.18 is making the appropriate progress and if anything slipped or anything. We also have the manufacturers of Argo, Consolidated Outland, Greycat and Kruger at the IAE. Thursday, we've got Inside Star Citizen with an IAE themed show to sort of complement the ongoing festivities with ships galore. We also have Crusader and Tumbra at the IAE. Friday, there'll be no Star Citizen Live because they're closed for some holidays, but we do have MISC taking over the hall at the IAE then. And then on Saturday, the last of the big things happening at the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo with RSI taking the expo hall, but also the reveal of the RSI Galaxy. That should be going on concept, and it's going to be a pretty popular sail for a ship because it looks to be a bit bigger than something like a Constellation, maybe a bit smaller on the Polaris, something that's going to be very modular. That's what the expectation is. It might be entirely different to that. They might have gone, no, the ship is going to be entirely different. There were some sort of messages from CIG about leaks earlier last week where they were sort of implying that lots of leaks get a lot of information wrong, so they don't want to disappoint people. Let's just see what the ship is once it finally turns up on sale. Star Citizen has had officially its best year of funding yet, with over $91 million raised so far this year. There are 4.2 million citizen accounts, and backer funding stands at around 520 million from backers. So that means the average citizen has spent over $120 or so. That said, technically it's a lot more per citizen that's actually bought the game, because a lot of the accounts, those 4.2 million, they don't have any purchases on. I'm not sure what the numbers and the breakdowns exactly of that are, but you know, averages. I am expecting Star Citizen to break $110 million raised this year to beat its previous best of 2021 of 86 million, or just over. We will be covering CIG's financials and Star Citizen's funding in a video later in the year in a lot more detail. The Anvil C8R Rescue Medical Pisces variant is on sale from $60. It's also flyable now. It's the smallest medical ship we have in-game by some margin, and because of that, it will fit in a large range of ships and hangars. It's a tiny ship with a quantum drive and a tier 3 medical bed. Now you can be a first responder in the verse. It's supposed to be a space ambulance. It's a very cool little vehicle. We also had a Anvil C8R Pisces Q&A, which I'll go through now. What are the C8R's advantages and disadvantages compared with the Cutlass Red? The C8R is a much smaller ship with smaller components, meaning the general operation cost will be lower as the components are cheaper to maintain. It can also fit inside most ships with a designated hangar, making it a fantastic addition to some of the larger ships in the game. However, due to the smaller components, the C8R is more vulnerable to attack than the Cutlass Red. Assumedly, it's shorter range as well. Is the Pisces C8 then a modular ship, or is the C8R a variant? So the C8, the C8R, and the C8X are specific variants of the Pisces. What ships can the C8R fit inside? The ship can fit in any ship that has an XXS size 1 hangar. It'll definitely fit in the Carrack, which the base ship was designed around. Are there weapon and armor racks on board? There is no weapon or armor racks on board the ship, only personal storage for the crew and patient. One of the C8R's intended purposes is medical extraction in hostile situations and combat. How well armoured is it? The ship is armoured to the same level as other Pisces variants. Instead of heavier armour, it relies on its speed and size to avoid the bulk of incoming fire. How does the C8R compare to the standard Pisces or the Expedition version in terms of manoeuvrability and speed? The rescue version is slightly faster in a straight line, with some extra power being provided to the thrusters over the other variants. This is to aid in getting to patients quicker and getting out of hostile situations faster. Does the Rescue Pisces retain the jump seats from the base Pisces? To make space for the medical station, one of the jump seats was removed, though one remains to allow a crew member to care for any patient in transit. So you've got pilot, one jump seat, and then the sort of trolley/bed. Other than the med bed, what other medical equipment does the C8R have on board? The ship's capabilities are confined solely to the medical bed, although I suppose you can, have med pens and other things just lying around. Will the medbed affect power usage? Currently, the medbed does not use the ship's power systems. However, it will require ship power and other resources to operate in the future. Can players use the C8R's medbed as a respawn point? The C8R has a tier 3 medbed, so it can't be used as a spawn point. Only higher tier medbeds have this feature. This Rescue Pisces has the same defensive capabilities as the base Pisces and the same sort of headlights and lighting. I think there was a bit of hope that it would have some big sort of powerful floodlights for being able to search for people on the ground in the dark. The ship, however, does come with a pair of flashy blinking lights for the ship, so that is definitely a good thing. I really like the Medical Pisces. It directly sort of competes with the Cutlass Red, that ambulance ship. Now, I just want a little police sort of Pisces as well now. Not for combat, but I want like a police car version. So that would be like a Pisces that police and security forces would turn up in and then put people that they've sort of grabbed or handcuffed or whatever, or have to arrest in the back of. Boom! That's it for your news and Pisces updates today. We will be covering each day of the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo, so you can expect another video a little later on today too. But what do you think? Are you going to grab yourself a C8R Pisces? What do you think of the Drake Corsair and the Cutter? Are you excited for the RSI Galaxy? Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below.
Hello, I'm Winston Churchill, and I use NordVPN to defend the Internet Empire. We will fight the ants on the beaches. We shall fight on the Internet. We shall fight the trackers and the malware. Whether we want to watch Netflix for another country or have greater accessibility to the Internet, we will defend our island home. At any rate, that is what we're programmed to do.
Thanks, Winston Churchill. What? What do you mean, Zin? That wasn't Winston Churchill? Point still stands. Go to nordvpn.com/BoredGamer to get yourself discounted NordVPN, or use the links below. Every month we have a ship giveaway. For November, we're giving away a Crusader Spirit C1. It's a fantastic looking multi-role ship that can fit a vehicle in the back or a load of cargo, and it looks really cool. It's got loads of forward-facing weaponry and a tractor beam. As it's a concept ship though, the winner will have a Cutlass back in the meantime as a loaner. It comes with access to the game and lifetime insurance too, so bam! Even if you don't have Star Citizen stuff yet, you can get straight into the game with this. It's all you need. Just comment on any of my videos this month to be in for a chance of winning. A massive thank you to everyone that has used the join button under my videos to become a channel member, and my Patreons. You guys are awesome. It really does help the channel. Please consider becoming one of those lovely people too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the verse.